So it seems like the YNs and gang members out there in Chicago have succeeded in scaring Trump away from Chicago. He has decided to send the National Guard to Memphis instead. So let's go ahead and check this out.
This is 7:30 starts right now. I'm glad you're with us. I'm Valerie Calhoun.
I'm Chelsea Chandler in for Ernie Freeman. Breaking news just into the newsroom. Again, as we just mentioned at 7:30, the president confirming the National Guard is coming to Memphis.
Again, he just announced this on Fox and Friends. Let's go live to Fox 13's Dominique Dillon, who was already on this story. We've talked about the possibility. Now the president says it's happening.
Yeah, downtown could be swarming with troops. The president just announcing that he will be sending the National Guard to Memphis to help clean up the crime we're seeing across the city. I took a listen to a clip from Fox and Friends where he spoke with a board member of FedEx who said that crime is so bad here, he can't even walk a block without the company, he said so we're guessing the company putting him in an armored vehicle to take him just one block with bulletproof glass. That is the message that President Trump says he received from someone who's on the board of FedEx here in Memphis.
So now over the past couple years, I've heard a lot about Memphis, right? As far as it being just as dangerous as anywhere else. When you think about LA, Chicago, New York, Memphis is right up there. We know there's a lot of rappers that come out of there. Some have passed away, like Young Dolph. So we know that Memphis does have a crime problem. And even on the sports side of things, like I've heard that some athletes, especially in the NBA, they would rather not get traded to Memphis because they know it's kind of dangerous out there. So Trump, I guess because it's closer to DC than Chicago, because I think Chicago is still up on the board. I think they're just going to do that later on. He's going to choose Memphis first.
I'm sure many of you are wondering, what will the National Guard look like coming to Memphis? Well, to give you an idea, I'll let you know what we have seen in LA and DC, other cities where he has deployed troops. In LA, the soldiers marched through downtown in full armor, drove through the city in armored trucks to show they meant business. They also accompanied ICE on raids, rounding up undocumented immigrants. Now in D.C., the federal takeover has led to more than 2,300 arrests so far, and more than 40% were immigration arrests. The White House says more than 220 illegal guns have been taken off the streets in D.C. And we've been speaking with the mayor, the Shelby County mayor as well. Hopefully we'll be able to hear from them sometime this morning, now that the president has officially announced that he is sending troops here to Memphis.
But we're going to straighten out the crime in these cities. He said, sir, Memphis would be good because he's on the board of FedEx. He said, when I walk one block to my hotel, they won't allow me to do it. They put me in an armored vehicle with bulletproof glass to take me one block. He said, it's so terrible. I said, let me ask you a question. So we're going to Memphis. I'm just announcing that now, and we'll straighten that out.
National Guard?
The National Guard and anybody else we need. And by the way, we'll bring in the military, too, if we need it.
Now, currently, MPD, they have been touting that crime is down. They have been stating that overall crime is at a 25-year low. They've also stated homicides are at a 6-year low. We're going to reach out to Memphis police to see if they can.
I also did hear that too, when they were talking about it on ESPN about the NBA players not wanting to be there. I did hear that the mayor said that the crime has been going down over these past couple years. So I think they were already kind of doing a good job. But, you know, Trump, he wants to send the troops in and he ain't playing. But like they said, it's also about the illegal immigrants, because all of the major cities it's easy for immigrants to kind of thrive and survive and build their own little communities in these major cities. So especially when there's a lot of crime going on, because that keeps the police and it keeps the ICE agents from just roaming around freely.
Provide a statement as well now that the president has officially made this announcement.
Kind of shocking, I think, for everybody to hear this, but Yeah, he was 10 toes down on the fact that he says, I'm sending the National Guard and the military.
I think that
which would mean regular troops as well, potentially.
It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out, what our streets start to look like. So obviously a very fluid situation, as you know.
Yeah. So again, this is a fluid situation. The president announcing this literally in the last 5 to 10 minutes on Fox and Friends. So stay with Fox 13 on air and on.
So yeah, man, Trump's definitely sending in troops. These are like the first 2 white women that I've seen from Memphis, by the way, if they are from Memphis. I'm assuming this is the like Memphis news channel. But also I was thinking, I don't know if y'all know, but XAI, Elon Musk whole thing, he has a big facility that's near Memphis, and I'm sure the people are going to be mad that that's not really getting addressed, because allegedly he's not following all the regulations that he should be as far as like the air pollution, and that's causing disease in some of the people out there in Memphis. So I'm assuming that the people are going to be mad at, oh, you're sending the National Guard for this, but your buddy Elon Musk isn't getting checked when it comes to his facilities and stuff like that. But as far as this, if it does help Memphis and lowers the crime and raise the property values, then I can see that being good for people over time. Trump very, very hard on crime. He's a hard on crime type of president, and like he said, he's one of the few that tries, that I've seen, as far as me being alive. I'm 28 years old, as far as having these campaign promises and trying to keep as many. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying, he's not standing on all of them, but a lot of them, when it came to the wall, when it came to immigration, and now when it's coming to crime, no, he's definitely taking it serious. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Anybody out there in Memphis, and you got any more details as far as the crime out there? Because we hear about Chicago, we hear about all these other cities, even Houston and stuff like that, but Memphis, it is just as dangerous. Like I said, it's gangsters all over the world, but it tends to not make national news as much as other major cities. So yeah, that's all I got for this one though. As always, love y'all. I'm out.